I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
Talking Dicks. That's right, the Talking Dicks right here. A couple of dicks. We do some talking. We have a web series called The Two Dicks. And but you can listen to our podcast just about everywhere. I'm Al Ducharme. I'm in California. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the one and only Al Romas, once again, on the road. Al, what's your location?
I'm in Maryland right now. I'm at my sister's house in Maryland in cold, chilly winter. It's winter. You know what I mean? You forget sometimes. You're in California. I'm in Florida. You forget winter. And I'm in my niece's bedroom. There's two parts of the room, and this is like a little bit of a sitting area of some kind.
And how old is this Hannah's room? Your niece Hannah? You have two nieces?
This is Hannah. Yeah, she's 19, so she would be at college right now, but COVID, so she's home. So she was nice enough. She gave up her room, and I don't know where last night she went to her friends, crashed over there, and
yeah, because she didn't want to be hanging out with the middle-aged uncle, smelly, burpy, farty.
P.U.
I don't know who you're talking about there, sir, but I clean living. The body is a temple, and it's all clean, sir. But yeah, I flew in to Maryland yesterday. First flight since March, at least.
Right.
And this was great. It was Southwest Tampa to BWI. I didn't look at the itinerary because it said one stop, stay on the plane. Well, one stop, stay on the plane, Tampa to BWI. I thought, we'll probably go to Lauderdale, pick up a few weirdos. Yeah, and then head to BWI. So I get on the plane, and it's pretty empty.
That's Black Wife's interlude, right?
That'll work, yeah. It's actually also Thurgood Marshall that nobody acknowledges.
Right.
They renamed it, and people still don't. They go, it's BWI. So old Thurgood, it's not going to happen.
It takes a generation to get rid of the old name.
It's it's like Mean Girls, like whatever that phrase was. Like, stop trying to make that happen. It's not going to happen. Thurgood Marshall, it's not happening. It's BWI. But
you watch a lot of chick flicks?
Yeah, well, I'm a big Lifetime guy. I enjoy the Lifetime. Yeah. Wait, is that a problem?
No, I'm a Hallmark guy. I like the Hallmark channel.
Yeah, why not? I sit with my my cats, and I can't do it this weekend because I was supposed to go to a cat's birthday party, but I said no. I said nope, I'm not going. I'm not some kind of weirdo. My dog is getting married this Saturday. So anyway, that's a long way to go for that joke.
Wow.
That was awful. I'll show myself out. I'll jump out a window.
I will not edit that out because I want to prove to America that I'm not the only one who can make bad jokes.
Wow, that was awful.
Yeah, it's uncharacteristic for you, Al.
That was terrible.
And it's going to stay in. It's staying in.
I'm sure it is.
Because I have like 50 of those to your one or two.
That's what she said. There were about 25 people on the plane. So we get on the plane. You have your row to yourself, Southwest. Nobody near me. And the flight attendant comes on. She goes, good morning. Welcome. We're on our way right now to Buffalo, New York.
What?
That's my face. That's my reaction.
What?
What?
A last minute itinerary change, or was that a part of your itinerary?
That was the itinerary. It was Tampa to Buffalo, and then stay on the plane to go to BWI.
So wait, so BUF rather, Buff, BUF.
Yeah.
What was it? What are their letters? BUF, right?
BUF. Yeah, Buff in the old Buff, El Natural.
So you missed that on the itinerary. You just thought.
Well, it was never mentioned. It said Tampa to BWI, one stop, stay on plane. That's all it said. That's all it said. So I flew over Maryland to Buffalo. Then we sat there for a half hour. And then about 11 people came on in Buffalo to go to BWI, which was only 50-minute flight, Buffalo to Baltimore. That was nothing. But
Wow.
Had no idea I was going to Buffalo, for God's sake. What the? I mean, that could have been a nightmare because Buffalo, that could have been a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it was.
I mean,
So basically, it was an extra 30 minutes to land there. How long on the ground?
half hour.
So it added 90 minutes to your trip minimum, I would think.
It did. It did. And I've done a few of those in the past where I go Tampa to BWI, but that one stop, it's usually Lauderdale. We
Right.
stop, we pick up 20 people, and then that's it. No big deal.
You don't even get off the runway. You basically jump on 95.
Right. Buffalo. I go, what? What are we going to Buffalo? Who's going to Buffalo from Tampa? It's 85 in Tampa. Who's going? We should go to Buffalo. We need to see Buffalo in December. I mean, who's going? But
Well, the Bills are looking pretty good. I'll tell you that much.
they won. They won the division. Didn't they?
Yeah.
And they give a modified service on the plane. So it was a cup of water.
So and one peanut, not a bag, just a peanut.
One cup of water and a tiny little bag of peanuts. It called a snack. It was called a snack.
Snack.
and and here I am, and it's cold, and it's but it's all good. I had the test 2 days ago.
I was going to get to that.
Okay.
So you're not pregnant, and raising a kid
No.
during the pandemic, giving birth to a child during the pandemic has got to be challenging, and you're out of the woods. So congratulations.
Thank you. I went to the dollar store. I got my test. I peed on the stick, and it came up brown. I don't even know what that means, but
You sure you peed on it?
Whatever. I don't know. I was drunk. I had an accident.
So you got your COVID-19 test, and you were negative, and
then I got on the plane and flew up, and I'm here for a couple more days, and then off to New York for a couple days, and then I'll be back in home base on New Year's Eve. No, the 30th.
the 30th.
So whatever that is.
2 day, you'll have an extra day, and we're going to be recording around that time as well.
Yes, sir. I hope. We'll do another probably here, and then maybe one in New York, and who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows? I know one thing.
Is it time for
Questions.
I bring the envelope with me to travel.
You're good, man.
Dedicated.
You
Dedicated.
very much are. You set the schedule. You change it multiple times. Today you changed it multiple times.
That's for
Can we do it an hour early? Can we do it in the morning? Now he's 3 hours ahead of me, so I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll get it over with. 10:30 in the morning. I'm usually up by 8. 7:30 if the construction starts next door.
Well, it's the behest of my sister with real plans. She's like, well, we're going out at 3. I'm like, wait, I'm doing the podcast. She goes, oh, can you do it at 5? I go, I guess I could ask Alfred if that's all right or not, but, I'm dealing with other people, which, it's complicated.
We're going to get to the question in a second, but I just wanted to make sure that we do acknowledge, because you said, oh, no, that's a couple of days ago now, because, but you did have a birthday gathering with your nieces and your sister you got some food.
I did. We went out to the Iron Bridge in Columbia, Maryland. Beautiful place. They did the tent.
They did
the outdoor.
Yeah, you can't have it indoors.
Right.
But we'll put you in a tent.
And people were indoors.
In the wintertime.
And they were open. They had people indoors, but my sister wasn't comfortable going indoors. Sure. So we did the outdoor, which was great. I mean,
because the tent it is high. Right,
it's high, but we were near a front of the and so when they come in, those flaps open, and you do get a burst of cold air on you. You feel it, but after 20-25 minutes, you have some wine. The heaters are going. It's all good. Yeah. It's all good. It was fun. We had a great time. Had some really good wine. The Iron Bridge is known for their vino collection, and had some short rib. And some charcuterie.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, yeah. It was all very, very nice. Good time. And
you got to see your family, and it's been a while.
Got to see the fam. Haven't seen anybody since, with COVID in March. And I think I was up here for Hannah's high school graduation, October 19. So, yeah, you forget how long we've been locked down, in a sense.
I know.
Trapped like goddamn rats.
Like lab rats, for
Like
crying out
goddamn
loud.
rats.
Well, I'm glad that you're healthy and you got to spend time with your fam. And it's nice, man. And you do what you got to do to make it work. You get the test, you take the precautions, you wear your mask, you still keep your distance, but
we've been doing what you got to do.
You got to wave. You do a lot of waving. How's it going?
We do the wave as a family. We do the wave.
Family wave. Ow! I just whacked my elbow. I did the wave.
That probably hurt.
Well, I'm in a different place again. I keep moving things around, trying to get comfortable.
You get the AIDS quilt though.
Do you notice that we're doing the Zoom format for this podcast? We had a technical snafu. We attempted to record yesterday, day before rather, and we had some snafu, so we had to redo it today. And the Zoom is our backup in case we have a snafu, and we've gone over 70 episodes, almost 80 episodes without having to do that. So it's pretty good. But at least
it's a good run.
Yep.
A good run. And only the people who are patrons of ours will notice the differences with the backgrounds and the rooms and where I am, where you are. Mm-hmm. So I recommend any people listening to check out the patreon.com/the2dicks. That's from our web series, The Two Dicks. And check us out on there and become a supporter of the Patreon. And you can watch the video of this podcast each week.
Here.
We have, and it's always something different going on. You know, whether I'm in a different place or Alfred decides.
Sometimes I put little silly
quilts or not.
Yes, I have the AIDS quilt behind me, but I also insert certain things like a picture of one of Val's favorite swimsuit models right here.
Whoa!
You just never know what's going to pop up.
hey now, and you get to see the great Kenny Moore at the end. And if you've heard him, you don't know what's going on there with the guitar smashing. That's the great Kenny Moore, and you want to see that. You really want to.
Yeah,
that's
you
worth.
See that.
That's worth $5 just watching that clip. Let's do a quick question here, Alfred, before we wrap up. And this one came through us on Instagram. Ask us any question that we're on Instagram or I don't know what we are there. Are we 2 Dicks 2 or Dicks 2 or something like that? Look us up.
Look us up. 2 Dicks 2.
Look us up. Guys, you crew. What would you? What? I can't. What my writing is horrible. What's your favorite cruise line? What's your favorite cruise line? Not joke.
Cruise line.
I guess cruise line like Princess, Holland, Royal. What would your favorite? You've done them all.
I have. I've done most of them. And I would have to say that I lean towards Celebrity because I've been with them for one of the longest, and I like the way that I'm treated. Royal does a good job, but I have been on some of the, the higher end ones, and I did Regent, and what's the other one there? The Oceana.
Is that the one with a lady boy in your cabin for after shows?
Yeah, you have like a butler. And,
a lady boy? I heard it was a lady boy.
I had a butler. I mean, I don't know.
Other performers get a lady boy waiting for them after the show. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I had a Filipino gentleman he was a gentleman. It was no Buckingham Palace situation, but he was. They give you a bar. They give you a bar in your room, and
a lady boy.
And then whenever you take, if you take a drink out,
like
a bottle of wine.
lady.
I know you do. You take a beer out, you take a bottle of wine, and then you leave. When you come back, they replace it. So it's kind of cool.
The lady boy replaces it.
Yeah, I think he's under your bed. He kind of rolls out.
Oh, hey now.
like a Wimbledon tennis ball fetcher.
Yeah, that's the old joke, right? It's an old cruise hack joke. The cabin attendant was so good, I went to take a leak. I came back, the bed was made. That's
okay.
That's old. That's old. That's like the generation before us.
Mm-hmm.
So then when the guys like you and I would go on the cruise, we do our act, the band always loved us because they would be like, thank you guys. Because they would hear those old bits for years. And like guys like our generation pushed past all the hacky bullshit and had original stuff. or at least.
Well, not
I don't
only
know.
that, I think the.
I don't know what you're doing out there, to be honest. I'm
I-
talking about myself.
Yes, I know you are. But I think the culture has changed also since we started working on the cruise ships.
Yeah,
It was a little
Yeah,
bit. You were a little bit more like a star on the cruise ships of yesteryear. From I used it again.
Or other
No, I
companies.
heard that the pay was like 3 times what we get paid, and you had the super suite, and
Right. Well, they
and
brought
you never
on
got a
star
bill.
acts.
What's
They
that?
brought on, but they brought on celebrity acts. These
They
were
did.
celebrities.
They did, but
Jerry Lewis was an entertainer on a ship. People like that.
Mhm.
And so but then they realized, which makes sense. They realized nobody's coming on the cruise to see Jerry Lewis, so no one even knows he's going to be there. So why are we?
So
paying
let's
him
save
for
some money and get Romas and Ducharme.
That's right. That's right. We'll get these 2 dicks, and
and then
they'll
we'll
be
pay
happy.
them. We'll pay them more than the comedy club. So then we'll get them out here.
And they'll be happy with it, and they can film their little movies, and it'll be fun. And that's what it did.
And that's what it did. Before
That's
we
what we
wrap
did.
up, can I do a little catch up on my car?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
let's hear all about this.
I purchased a hybrid plug-in, an EV plug-in. So it's a PHEV. So it runs on electric until the electric runs out somewhere between 45 and 50 miles, and then the gas engine kicks in, and it's crazy. It's a Honda Clarity, and
Right.
so you could just plug it in to like a 110 or a 120 electrical outlet in your house, or in your in my case it would be the garage.
Right.
But in my garage I have an old 2-point outlet, so it's not grounded. So there's some people that are interested in this.
Well, I'm just not in my head because this is called Talking Next Comedy Podcast. But continue.
Okay. So anyway, I'm out there troubleshooting, and I'm pretty handy because my family, I don't know if you knew it or not, we used to renovate apartment complexes and whatnot. So I'm very schooled in the electrical, plumbing, handyman, all that stuff. So I'm going to change the switch out from a 2-prong to a 3-prong, and my wife is concerned that I'm going to burn down the house. She wants me to call an electrician, and it's just like super easy. You're just basically taking a copper wire and you're grounding the existing wire because it's an old plug.
Yeah.
And I'm confident about that. How do you feel about electrical work?
I wish you would take the 2-prong, replace it with something funny, and then edit this episode so it ends on a high note. I feel bad for anyone listening in the last few minutes. Give me a warning.
No, really, don't mess with me, because I don't come down to the bus station and slap the dick out of your mouth when you're working, do I? Oh, get on up here, motherfucker. Give me security. I'm sorry, man. The guy fucking came at me. What do you think, folks?
No way.
Okay, show.
Subscribe. Mary.
Go to patreon.com/forward the 2 dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?